Hey guys, it's Trish, and welcome to Restful and Softly Rooted. Welcome, welcome. I know I've been doing a lot of dating stuff lately, but it's because Love is Blind season 9, was recently released, and this hot mess of a season, I feel, had a lot of lessons that we could learn from. So one of the things that we're going to talk about today is the importance of not always striving to be the one chosen. I don't want everybody to pick me. I don't want everybody picking me. I want the right guy. And one thing I notice in shows like Love is Blind, the contestants on the show, I'm gonna call them contestants at this point because these people think it's a game. Okay, they taking this as a game. They here for play. They're not here for real, like actually trying to find their husbands and their wives. They're here to play. So the contestants on the show, like especially with the women, I feel like a lot of times they're just saying things to be chosen. They want to be palatable. They want to be digestible. They want to appear like the perfect dream girl. And it always leads to the same outcome. And so we're going to look at different examples. And so the example of what not to do, okay, I think is what we saw Madison do, Madison and Joe, both of them do on this season of Love is Blind, season 9. So we're going to watch that and we're going to digest and talk about that. And then I want to give you some examples of people who have answered, who have done similar, answered similar questions, who have had similar conversations from TikTok, and what I thought was good about how they responded. So let's get straight into it.
What would be your go-to date?
My go-to date? That's a good question. My go-to date. I mean, I'm super into karaoke. Okay, then we're gonna go for a little jaunt down to 7-Eleven to get a snack.
Wow, I've never been to 7-Eleven on a first. Is this a first date or is this a?
Well, we are past the first date.
Yeah, my bad. I forget. Yes.
Okay. So this is what I'm talking about, right? So he asks her, what's your go-to date? And she says, karaoke. That's cute. That's cool. I have no issues with that. Then she says 7-Eleven. And you can tell that even he's taken aback. Like, he's like, oh, even he's taken aback by this response. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to go to karaoke, to karaoke and then wanting to go to 7-Eleven if that is authentic, right? If that's exactly how you are. If you are just a karaoke and a 7-Eleven girl and that's all you care about on your go-to first date, go-to is like, if I could choose, this is the date that I would love. This is the ideal date for me. This is the go-to date. Out of all the dates, this is the one that is the go-to. And if that is true, and that's really you, there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm going to tell you why I don't think that this is actually authentic to Madison. Let's keep watching.
Take me on your perfect date. 7-Eleven is on the agenda.
Yeah, just like a quick little pop-in. Okay. A little pop-in, get some, like, I don't know.
Okay.
Flamin' hot lime Cheetos.
Great. Okay. And where we go? We're walking? We're walking?
Yeah. Like, okay. We're going to walk there.
Any dinner along the way? Or what is it? Or just karaoke, flamin' hot, and then...
Why am I having to come up with all this?
Okay. Do you see how even he's taken aback by this? He's like, so your perfect date is karaoke and 7-Eleven for flaming hot? Like, that's it? And he's trying to get more, right? He's like, okay, are we walking there? He's saying it in a joking way. But I think even he's kind of like surprised by this response. And when he asks her for more, right? Like, what else? Are we walking there? Like, is there going to be dinner? What is going to happen afterwards? She then goes, why am I the one planning this? Let me tell you something, okay? Am I an expert in dating? Absolutely not. I am not an expert in dating. But since we are about living a life of joy, rest, peace, and softness, okay, I can give my 2 cents in those areas. And it's so important to be intentional when you're dating. And I think this would have been an amazing opportunity for Madison to be intentional. I think that one of two things happen here. Number one, Madison probably hasn't thought about that. She has not thought about what her ideal or her perfect date is. And that could be for a multitude of reasons. It could be because she's never had someone ask her. It could be that maybe she's just not a girl who thinks about things like that. She wasn't ready to really discuss it. And I think that is very important for us as women, but men too, whoever. It's important to think about things like that. It's important to think about your ideal situation, and in anything that we're doing in life. What is your ideal job? What is your ideal career? What is your ideal financial situation? What are you working towards, right? What is the ideal partner that you have? What characteristics, what traits does he have? What's his personality? What's her personality like? What are some things that you would love for them to do for you so that you can start looking for people who have those traits and characteristics? And so you can start being honest when you're dating and intentional when you're dating and letting people know what those are. I think the second thing that happened too is when we're asked things like this, something that happens is that we tend to tone down what it is that we really want because we want to be palatable, because we want to not seem like we are high maintenance. We want to not seem like we want too much. We want to not seem like we're too complicated. We want to not seem like we're going to be difficult. And we tend to dumb down our responses. So he gives her the opportunity, right? He gives her the opportunity to describe her ideal date, which then gives her the opportunity to describe her ideal partner. How does he treat her during this date? What does he do for her? What does he say to her? What does he get her? Where does he take her? She had the opportunity to describe that. And instead, all she did is talk about 7-Eleven and karaoke. And then she starts getting annoyed that he's like asking her for more. Okay, let's keep watching.
I'm asking. It's karaoke, flaming hot, straight back to the house.
I planned the first half. Your turn.
No, that was good. I can't keep going here. I mean, this is your favorite
Tell me
day.
what's next.
Okay, so she at this point is like, you plan the rest of it. And he's saying, this is your favorite date. This is your perfect date. You see how she's having a hard time describing her own favorite date? Do you see how sometimes when we date, we don't date with intentionality? If she had never thought about it, this would have been a great time for her to say, wow, I've never been asked that by a man before that I'm dating. First of all, thank you so much for asking that. I love the fact that you even care about getting to know what my perfect date is. I think that's so dope of you. I've never thought about it. Let me think. And that would have been a perfect opportunity for her to start thinking about what are the things that she loves. She may never have thought about a perfect date, but that's the opportunity to say, you know what? I really love karaoke. So yes, definitely a perfect date would have to have karaoke. What else do I love? I really like, blah, blah, blah. And I feel very, yada, yada, yada when blah, blah, blah happens. So I think I would love to incorporate that in a date. You get what I'm saying? Like, that would have been a great opportunity if she never thought about it before to really think about it. Instead, she just was like, yeah, you tell me what the rest of the date's going to look like. You see?
It's a partnership.
Yeah, okay, yes.
Okay, I need you to finish the date.
Okay, we're finishing the date, so After I pick you up.
Oh my God, you're supposed to go off of where we were at 7-Eleven. Go from 7-Eleven.
I was just in.
Joe.
Yes.
We're going from karaoke.
Okay, karaoke.
To 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Where are we going? 7-Eleven.
Do you see how she's now switching it? I can see why he's so confused, right? Because he asked her what her ideal date is, and now she's flipped it on him for him to come up with the rest of her perfect date. And you can see that he's completely just like taken aback and he has no idea what to say, because how is he going to help plan your first date? Like your, not first date, your ideal date, your go-to date, your perfect date. Why are you looking for him, this man who doesn't even know you and is trying to get to know you, to plan that? He's flustered. He's like, okay. And she's flipped it on him as though like he's the issue and like, oh my God, Joe, like, come on, like get it together. You have to like finish out my ideal date, my perfect date. Like, come on, Joe, get it together. And you see how it's like, ma'am, this is your perfect date, not his. Like, what are you talking about? Okay.
You set me up for failure here. 7-Eleven.
Oh my God, Joe, you could be
Let's go to a speakeasy. We're going to go to a speakeasy. We're going to go to a nice dinner.
Okay, and then we go home and have sexy snuggle time.
Yes, absolutely.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, we got that.
Okay, you see? He's like, okay, fine. We're going to go to a speakeasy and then have a nice dinner. And then she's like, okay, great. And then we go home and have sexy snuggle time. We try to be palatable, right? And I think this was an example of her trying to be palatable, because her starting off and saying karaoke and 7-Eleven and his response, I don't know if it's because he was like making fun of her, like, really, that's it? 7-Eleven? Like, 7-Eleven, huh? That's like your ideal date. You want to go on 7-Eleven? I don't know if it's because she saw his response and then she kind of like freaked out and thought, oh my God, I'm not saying the right things. I'm not saying the things that are impressing him. I'm not saying the things that are making him think that I'm like, you know, an impressive girl. And I don't know if that's what happened. And she kind of freaked out and realized she wasn't being palatable, you know, to him. And so she was like, you know what? You finish it. You finish it. Right. I don't know if that's what happened, but I think that maybe that could also be what happened. And if somebody's reacting to the things that you like, it's okay to turn that into a conversation as well. So if he's like, you know, 7-Eleven, like that's what you like, it's okay for you to be like, yeah, like 7-Eleven is dope. Like, I love snacks. I'm a snack girl. And, you know, I'm the type of girl, like, I love when you bring random snacks home that you know that I love. It just makes me feel so special because you thought about me. So I'm just letting you know, if you want to make me happy, go to 7-Eleven and get, you know, A, B, C, D, and E. And, you know, I'm going to be a happy girl. Like, be confident in what you like, if that's genuinely what she liked. If she is genuinely just a karaoke and 7-Eleven girl and that's her dream date, that's her perfect date, nothing wrong with that. Now, this is how I would have answered this, okay? Me. The queen of protecting my peace. Okay, I love this question. My ideal date, if we were to start our lives together as husband and wife, I love, well, first of all, it's going to start off with you bringing me flowers. Okay? Because I love flowers. Flowers, they're just so beautiful. They make me happy. I love receiving flowers. I buy myself flowers a couple times a month. I absolutely am going to have a husband who buys me flowers because it just makes me so happy. Then we're going to go to this amazing restaurant that's in Times Square, right? I live in New York. So, you know, we're going to go to this amazing restaurant, this Taiwanese restaurant in Times Square. I love that restaurant. And then we're going to go for a walk, right? we're going to go for like a late afternoon or like a sunset walk. Cause I just love sunsets. And it's going to be so just cute and romantic. And then you flip it on him and you ask, what are your ideal dates? And this is your opportunity to get him talking and to get to know what he likes. So we're going to watch together some people on TikTok. Some TikTokers answer this question, and we're going to see why it's important to be yourself. Okay? Okay, so let's get to it. Okay, so let's watch.
Your ideal first date. Mine would be going to look at different plants. So going to different plant shops, different nurseries, looking at all the flowers. I just love them. And then go to a baseball game because I also love baseball. I just think those are cool ideas, a little bit more unique than like dinner, which is fine too, but yeah, I like it.
Okay. I love this, right? I love this because it's unique to her, right? She says it would have to do with plans, and it lets you know how she is, right? And then she says, she maybe go to a baseball game afterwards because she loves baseball. If he loves baseball, they have that in common. Even if he doesn't love baseball, he knows that that's something, okay, that she really enjoys. So he knows, that she would like to go to baseball games. And I love when she said, it's different, it's unique, it's not just going for dinner. And then, she says, dinner's okay too, right? It's all right to just go for dinner. But she really appreciates when you're doing something that's different, that's unique, that's out of the box. And she's being very authentic to herself. And so I loved that. And then some of the responses, somebody says painted pickle. Then you can tell me all about plans, right? I don't even know what painted pickle is, but I love that response because if I was having a conversation with this person, they have an opportunity to tell me about painted pickle. What is it? What it is that they love so much about it? And it would have been an opportunity for me to get to know that person a little more. Somebody else says, we're dressing up and going to the High Museum. I've never been to the High Museum. I don't know what that is, but that lets me know this is somebody that likes to dress up and they like to go to museums. And that's an opportunity to get to know what they like. A zoo date. I think that's really cute. And then somebody else says, taking my black golden doodle to the dog park. So you get to know that this is somebody who loves their dog so much that their ideal date is for you to go with them to the dog park with their golden doodle. You know that if you don't like dogs, this person's not for you. So I thought that was really great. For folks in Atlanta, scratch and sip is a great idea for a date. Vibe with music. You can be a little competitive. It's a good time. I love that. I don't know what a scratch and sip is, but that's an opportunity to get to know more, right? Vibe with good music. Vibe with music. What type of music do you like? I'm curious. I want to get to know. What do you like? What do you enjoy? That's cool. That's interesting. Someone said a drive-through safari and get out and feed the animals as we talk and get to know each other. I love that idea. A drive-through safari. I love that idea. I think that's really cute. So if you're not the type of guy or if you're not the type of gal or whoever, I don't know who this person's into, but if you're not the type of person that's willing to put an effort to plan a safari date for somebody, this person might not be for you. Somebody said, how about a garden? Because I would love to pick fruits and vegetables. I think that's so cute. I think it's so cute because it's so unique and it's different and it's specific to you. So let's look at a different TikTok.
I told them, for example, let's go camping. Let's do bicycle. Let's go to the park. Let's do picnic. Let's do something. It's too hot. It's too cold. I don't look nice. I feel uncomfortable. So no. Like, let's do something fun. Like, show me something.
So you like to do outdoor stuff?
I love it. Because
Because if you go, like, I don't want to go camping because there's bugs.
Like bugs and stuff. I know that. And especially you, pretty women, they don't want to feel anything on the skin.
Or see it. Yeah.
That's perfectly okay. But how about the beach? How about sitting next to the water? Let's make a sandcastle.
I love this. Right? He's like, he's someone who wants to go camping. He wants to go bike riding. He wants to do active things. He doesn't want to just sit down and talk. He wants to do something that's outdoors. He wants to do something that involves being active. And I love that. That's exactly what I was talking about when I say you don't want to date to be palatable to people. You don't want to date to be chosen. You don't want to date so that they can pick you. You want to date so that the right person picks you, the right person chooses you. This is great because if you're not an outdoorsy girl, if you're not somebody who loves to go camping and who loves to be, outdoors, or who loves to be doing things that are active, then you know that this person is not the best person for you, or you're not the best person for him. And it doesn't mean that you have to be exactly like each other. I think if this was a date, this is an interview, this isn't a date. So if they were in the pods and this was like a response that he gave, this would have been a perfect time to say, well, how often do you want to be doing outdoor stuff? It seems like you're a very active person and you love being, active and outdoorsy. And let's say that I'm not somebody that loves being active and outdoorsy. Like, how often would you want, for us to be doing those things together, right? Is it something that you would want for us to do once a week? And then the rest of the time you can go do it by yourself, or you'll do it with friends or other people who enjoy that sort of stuff? Do you want it to be, twice a week? Are you okay if we do it once a month? Like, what's the expectation, right? Maybe he's okay with, if you do it sometimes, right? Because a relationship is a compromise. It's not just doing what you want to do only, right? You compromise. And if he enjoys doing that sort of stuff, cool. But then you can talk about what the expectations are, right? If he's expecting that every single time he goes out to do something outdoorsy, you're doing it with him, then that may or may not work. You know what I'm saying? Being authentic is so important, and not being palatable, and not just trying to say things to be chosen and to be picked. So here's another example. Let me put that in here. Of someone else describing their ideal date that I thought was very, very interesting and very good. And you see how it's different, right? A lot of these aren't necessarily things that I'm into. Like, I'm not an active gal. I'm really not. I don't enjoy hiking and doing all of these things. But nonetheless, I love the authenticity in these responses. I love it. Okay, let's watch this one.
I'm just looking for somebody that wants to get sloppy drunk on a Tuesday night, drink a couple Jumbo Mars, get an Uber home, cuddle up, watch Talladega Nights. And I just don't think that's too much to ask.
His ideal date, he wants a girl or whoever. He wants somebody who's going to get sloppy drunk and, do all these other things that he mentioned. I don't know what in the world any of those things are, okay? But he's laid it out for you. He wants to get sloppy drunk together. He wants, to drink whatever he said he likes to drink. Or child, let's listen to it again, because I don't even know what this man was saying. Hold on.
I'm just looking for somebody that wants to get sloppy drunk on a Tuesday night, drink a couple Jumbo Mars, get an Uber home, cuddle up, watch Talladega Nights. And I just don't think that's too much to ask.
Okay. Get sloppy drunk on a Tuesday night, drink Ubo Mars, take an Uber home and cuddle up and watch whatever it is he said he wanted to watch. Child, this man ain't for me. I don't even know what he's saying. I don't know what he's talking about. But I love his authenticity and I love his honesty. This is somebody who's not trying to be chosen. This is someone who's not trying to be picked. Screw having to go to work. Are you going to get drunk with him on a Tuesday night? If the answer is yes, then this is your man. Potentially. You know what I'm saying? This is potentially your boo thing. That's his ideal date. But if the answer is no, this is not, he's not for you. Like, I don't drink. I'll have a cocktail every now and then, randomly. In 2025, I kid you not, we are, what is this, October 27th when I'm recording this? In the year 2025, I had maybe 3 drinks the entire year. I went to Texas BBQ with my friend and I had a pina colada. I went to a bar with another friend of mine and I had a daiquiri. Okay. I think I had a daiquiri and a margarita. So I had 2 drinks. I lived it up that night. So I am not I'm not for him. And that's all right. I love the responses. And this is why I think being your authentic self is so important. Look at this person, right? I'm sitting here saying this man is not for me. I'm not for him. I am not for him, right? Because I would not do these things with him, right? But Genevieve, Uber home, gotcha. Selena, where can I sign up? Sash, well, hell, it's Thursday, but I'm down, I guess, because he said he wanted to do it on a Tuesday. She's like, I'm down. This next person, whenever you're ready to get married, let me know. Somebody else, Kayla, where you at? WYA, where you at? Hootsie, sounds like an amazing night to me. Now, if these women are not trying to be chosen, if they're not stating these things just to be picked, if they're not saying it just to be chosen by this man, and they genuinely agree with him that this is the ideal date, even though it's not palatable to me, it is to all of these people. Here's some more responses. I can make some Ricky Bobby wings while we're at it. Okay, Vanessa, can we do Monday? Because I woke Wednesday mornings. I think she means because I wake up early Wednesday mornings, because he was saying he wanted them to get, drunk on a Tuesday night. She said, can we do Monday instead? Because I got to wake up early on a Wednesday. I love that, right? Look at this person. Heck yeah, baby. Somebody else, Crystal, where do I apply? So we're going to watch one more because I love this stuff so much.
Dream date. My dream date would be right now is Disney, but like closed down. Like run out the whole Disney park for you? Yes, run out the whole Disney park. Has anyone done that yet? Yes. Okay, 30s.
Okay. I love this. Her dream date is for her partner to rent out all of Disney just for her. Or maybe not all of Disney, but a part of Disney Park or Disneyland. Child, I ain't never been to Disney, so I don't know if I think there's a park and there's a land, Disneyland, Disney Park, Disney World. I don't know. I've never been to any of them because I didn't grow up being a Disney girl or a Disney child, right? I wasn't a Disney child, so I don't have that connection with Disney. Well, but whatever she said, okay, that's what she wants. And I love that response. I love that she didn't play coy, because she's not, if some people that I saw, they'll say things like, oh, well, I don't want to lie. You don't have to spend money on me. If you don't want somebody to spend money on you, that's great. That's a genuine response. But if you're the type of girl who expects your partner to take you out on lavish dates or expensive dates or something like that, be yourself. Be authentic. Do not just say things to be chosen. Do not just say things to be picked. Be yourself. Because let's look at some of the responses, right? Not gonna lie, she's being delusional, but that's okay. In his mind, he's like, she's being delusional. Is this a guy or a lady? I don't know. But whoever this person is, they're like, yo, this chick is mad delusional. You want somebody to shut down Disney for you? You crazy? You wilding out. And then the response underneath, she just said somebody already did it for her. He thinks it's delusional, but she already has somebody do it for her, right? And then the next response, the person's like, keep dreaming. But underneath it, I'll do it for you. Some people were putting hearts, like they love this. And the guys who are putting hearts, they would be the ones that wouldn't mind doing it for their girl, right? Some of the girls, or I'm sure there were ladies that were putting hearts too. They wouldn't mind doing that for their girl. Okay. They wouldn't mind doing it for their person. You have one person who's saying, keep dreaming. You have another person who's like, I'll do it. I would do that for you. Yeah, I would do that for my girl. Absolutely. Things that are delusional to one person is not delusional to somebody else. Things that will seem like, oh, that's way too much, is not going to be way too much for someone else. Things that one person might say, like, that's fun, it's not going to be fun to somebody else, and vice versa. Things that one person might tell you, oh, yeah, I'm not really interested in living the life that you've laid out, somebody else will be interested and they'll think like, that's so dope, that's so fun, that's so awesome, right? You want to choose the person who's for you. With Madison, both of them, I think, were not really being honest, right? And being authentic. Because if both of them were being honest during the pods, they would have realized that they're not the best fits for each other. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Let me know what you think about this topic. Let me know what you think about this issue. Is this something that you have realized that you were doing when dating? Is this something that you need to work on? Is this something that you don't have a problem with? The way that I see it, I don't want you to pick me. I don't want everybody picking me. I don't want everybody, I don't want to be chosen if you're not the guy for me. I don't want to be choosing a man who's not for me because he wasn't authentic and honest about who he is. And if I don't want a man doing that to me, I'm not going to do that to him. And I'm very intentional about that when dating. I'm very honest. I love cleaning. I don't mind doing the laundry. I don't mind it. I don't have a problem with that. You won't hear me complain about that. But I'm not cooking every day. I'm sorry. I don't like to cook. I don't like cooking. I know how to do it because I gotta eat. I'm not rich. So I have to eat. I can't cook out, I can't order out for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I wish I could, okay? I'm not at the point yet that I could hire a chef. If you want a woman who's gonna cook for you every single day, that's just not me. I'm not for you. Don't pick me. Y'all know on this channel, I am about what? Living a life of joy, peace, rest, and softness. That's what I promote. That's what I'm about. That's what I do with my clients that I work with. That is what we talk about. That's what we believe in. And so, yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you're hearing this part, that means you watched it to the ends. Hey, because that means you enjoyed it. And it means that I did something, I created a piece of content that you actually enjoyed. So we both, yay. And that is it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.